Welcome back, guys. We're continuing on with these Mechabellum 1v1 replays, and we are continuing with our frontline strategies. And this time I'm going to attempt to get rhinos to work. Now, they have been nerfed in this patch, so might be a bit more challenging than it was in the previous patch, but we're still going to see if we can get it to work. So once again, I am playing as the red team, because this is recorded on the previous patch. So I'm starting off with Phoenix, Crawler and Aerial Specialist, which gives my Phoenixes an extra 10 range, and it means that I can unlock Overlords and Wasps for free. He has started off with Sledge, Marksman, he's brought in a couple of Fangs, and he's got Supplier Specialist. And Sako's one of my favourite people to play against. He does enjoy doing a bit of memeing, like I do with my hackers. So I usually have a nice fun game with Ensako. Although sometimes he does play extremely competitively and annihilates me when I'm memeing. But you've got to do a mix of competitive and fun. Too much of one or the other can be a bit too much. So he's gone for a nice spread out approach. I've gone for a front line approach. So I've gone incredibly aggressive with the crawlers this time. Not sure if it's going to work out too well, because he's got sledges, which are probably the best unit to use against crawlers. But we didn't take too much health damage, just 100. Right, we've got some options here. Intelligent Arclight is obviously really good, and Subsidized Mustang is going to save you a bit of cash. I wouldn't really recommend Subsidized Mustang if there's something better or something interesting to take, because it's not really going to save you much cash unless you spam them, which is never a good idea. So if you have the option to go for a subsidized thing or an actual card that's going to make a difference, then I recommend going for the card that makes a difference rather than saving the couple of bits of supply here and there. So I went for the Intelligent Arclight, he went for the Subsidized Mustang, he's bought 2 Mustangs, I've bought 2 Arclights. So I'm guessing I'm going to buy another one. Yep, there's a 3rd Arclight. So I'm using it to try and eat up the Fangs so I can get to the sledges a bit quicker. I've put one over in the corner here to try and pull some troops away if he does decide to put some troops over here. So we managed to take out the sledges, but we still got annihilated by the snipers and the Mustangs, so still not going very well on the front line for us. Having Crawler main, which is kind of what I've got at the moment, is not really very useful. Crawlers are really just distraction units, not really combat units. So I decided to go for the Tech Specialist. I don't recommend going for this. This is quite an old video where before I made the decision to stop going for these supply cards, because it basically cost 100 because you would have got 50 if you skipped. So it won't pay for itself until I buy 2 techs. And then you're kind of forced into buying techs just to make the most of it. So I definitely don't recommend going for tech specialist. So it looks like I'm trying to overload on this side. I'm using the phoenixes to tank the rocket. And then I've got crawlers to try and distract the sniper and to get to the tower. And then I've got arc lights behind because I'm fully expecting him to put some Mustangs over there. So this is one of my favourite flanking formations. Arc light crawler phoenix. Or arc light crawler wasp. So I've gone for the subterranean blitz to see if it makes a difference. Now, I swear that in the past it has made a difference. But I'm not sure if it makes a difference with the sledges or with the arc lights. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, they do survive a volley. So it does keep them alive for one volley longer. But it's not very good against Mustangs. It's mainly only good against arc lights and sledges. So with the Mustangs being there, it was probably a bad choice. So once again, we got steamrolled on the front. We managed to take out a tower, but because we've got intelligent arc light, we will kind of start tacking up a little bit better than he will, as long as I actually survive. I don't know whether I'll survive long enough to see that though. So, not really much to speak of here. You could go for the strike specialist. Range specialist is alright, but it's really, really expensive. So he skipped and I went for the strike specialist, so I can start bringing in units over here. So let's have a look. So I still haven't gone for my proper attack yet, because I haven't brought out any rhinos or giants. I had initially intended on using giants at first, but then I did decide to change my mind and go for rhinos instead. But for the time being, we are sticking with the arc lights. Not really sure if that's going to make too much difference, bringing in more arc lights. We need something a bit more impactful, I reckon. But I'm just trying to make the most out of the intelligent arc light card at the moment. So he's gone for increased attack and HP. So I don't usually go for them cards until towards the end of the game, but it could make a difference. So we're doing okay, we're hanging on, but it's still not enough. We need more. We need more. So we've just got one arc light left. So we're actually doing a pretty decent job attacking the flanks. But obviously we're leaving our front line a bit weak to be able to attack the flanks, so it's probably not worth going for this flank attack. I think the only time flank attacks are really useful is when you're trying to attack the towers with fast units. So once I bring in some rhinos, the flanks might actually prove to be a bit more useful. So I've gone for incendiary bomb. He has also gone for incendiary bomb. Looks like I'm placing mine over here. He has gone for a Vulcan. Now, one reason that I like using crawlers a lot of crawlers on the front line, that is to try and force them into making a Vulcan pivot, because I find Vulcan pivots quite easy to counter. So making them deploy a Vulcan is something that I actually like to do. The crawlers themselves are just bait. They're not really going to be doing much. But here comes the Rhino attack. So we've got one over here and one over here. So he's actually burnt some supply as well this turn. And so have I. So the Rhino's going to survive. The Flame is going to do a decent job. And the Rhino looks like... oh, he's gone for a flank of his own. Very nice. Okay. So he's still going to win the round, but I think we've done a little bit better that round. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to take out the sniper. So yeah, things are still looking pretty rough. But I reckon with a few more rhinos added to the mix, things will start looking a bit better. Until he counters them, of course. Level 5 crawlers, in my opinion, are not very good. They can be okay, but it only takes a Vulcan to counter them. And seeing as he's already got a Vulcan out... oh, he must have used... or did he sell it? Yeah, he must have brought something in and then sold it. Interesting. Okay, he's bringing in a Rhino over here. That's an interesting choice. So at the moment, I'm just leveling up arc lights and giving them increased range. So I'm bringing in another Phoenix to absorb a rocket if he decides to rocket over here. I've leveled up the Rhino and one of the Phoenixes. But he's not spending points on rockets, that's nice. The Rhino has succeeded on the right. This Rhino's doing pretty decent on the left. We've managed to snipe the towers with the Phoenixes on the right. The Vulcan's not really doing much, just targeting arc lights, which is not good for him. So, easily countered the Vulcan. Let's see if we can take out these snipers. Down goes one. Is he gonna get the Rhino? Yep. We got the tower. And down goes the final sniper. So things are looking a little bit better, but he can quite easily counter what I'm doing. So, couple of options here. Portable shield is what I decide to go for. Make the rhinos a little bit more impactful. He decides to go for the same. So what is he going to bring in? He needs to do something to stop these rhinos. What is he going to choose? He's gone for another rhino back here. That's an interesting decision. Not really something that I recommend. Lower level rhinos fare really poorly against higher level rhinos. Okay, we're bringing in two level 2 rhinos. We're giving them the photon coating, and one of them is getting the portable shield. Putting the one with the portable shield in front of the Vulcan. He's going for another Vulcan. That's a terrible decision. That is a really bad decision, that is. That is not what you should be doing. The only thing that the Vulcans can really shoot at is the crawlers, and the crawlers aren't really doing anything. He needs to bring in units that are going to kill my Rhinos, Arclights and Phoenixes, not Vulcans. Okay, well, we're doing a nice job tanking down the middle. So we managed to get the tower on the right hand side, taking out the right hand Vulcan. We've got the tower on the left hand side, taking out the middle Vulcan, and things are looking decent. Let's hope he brings in another Vulcan on the next turn. Right, again with the Giant Specialist, I never recommend taking it. We're both going for the haste module. Well, that's going to benefit me more than him. He is going for another Vulcan. What is he doing? He's obviously thinking that the Scorching Flames is going to make a difference. But I really don't think it is. Yeah, I really don't think it's going to make much of a difference, Scorching Flames. He's burning supply as well. We've got a level 3 Rhino over this side now. He needs to bring something in to deal with these Rhinos. Scorching Flames is not the right call in my opinion. So we're leveling up the Arclights. What are we going to spend the rest of our cash on? So we're going for Charge Shot on the Arclights, so that'll really help dealing with the Vulcans and the sledges. And we're bringing in another unit. What did we bring in? The Sniper. Interesting. I must have expected him to go for some flying unit, because that's an interesting decision, going for a Sniper. I think that was probably a tactical mistake by me. I should have just brought in another Arclight. We've managed to take out the tower again. Arclight's doing a fantastic job on the left hand side, taking out the other tower. This level 3 Rhino's got tons of health left, and we've knocked him down to 200 health. So looks like it's going to be a 1-round shootout. So he's gone for missile device. Interesting. Is he just going to spam missiles against me? Might work. Okay, I've gone for flames on this side, because that's where I'm not expecting him to shield up. I'm fully expecting him to shield up across here. Yep, so he's putting the shields where I expected, so luckily it looks like he's not shielding up where I'm aiming. But he is going for an oil bomb and going for a huge attack down the middle, a double flame attack. So that can be quite painful, but again, really, there's not much that he's killing. He's just going to be killing crawlers, which the Vulcans would be doing anyway, so it's a lot of money supply to invest just to kill a few crawlers, because I don't think the Arclights are really going to move forward that much. And it looks like I went for field maintenance on the rhinos, which is a pretty rare thing to take. But the rhinos are doing such a decent job that going for the field maintenance might keep them alive just that little bit longer. Buy time for the phoenixes and the arc lights to do the job. And it's looking like a victory. So a rather unorthodox approach. He's gone for his own flank, has he? Interesting. It's not really going to help him much though. And there we go. So even nerfed rhinos can still work. So all I took was photon coating and then in the last round field maintenance. So really it's just photon coating that has done all the heavy lifting for us there. But I think the main reason that we won there is because he went for Vulcans and the Vulcans just weren't killing anything of importance. The crawlers themselves, they're just distractions. And he really needed to do something to deal with the arc lights and the phoenixes. So yeah, I don't think going for Vulcans was a very good idea for him though. Because he's already got pretty decent chaff clear with the sledges, the Mustangs, and even the Fangs to some degree. So yeah, I think that was a tactical error by him. But we managed to get the victory with rhinos, which is pretty rare. So, hope you enjoyed it. Join me again in the next one, and we'll see what that one holds. Cheers for watching, take care, and I shall see you soon.